Hello guys and welcome back to Moshu Moto. In this video we're gonna do some maintenance on the Triumph 765R because we actually have a service light in the dashboard. So let's get to it. So we actually have here the service light. The bike I think has 12,668 kilometers. So actually I have on the Triumph technical information, I do have the last service that was done on this bike. It was before I got the bike. It was at 9,000 kilometers, and the Triumph service interval for this bike is 8,000 kilometers. And you would ask, okay, why do you want to change the oil filter and air filter? It's because it has been a year since this was done, the 9,000 kilometer service, and that's why the service light is on. So let's check out what we need in order to do the maintenance. Of course, we need oil. We need around 3 liters or 3.3 liters of oil. This is 10W40, so it's the recommended one for the bike. Of course, we will need the air filter, the oil filter, the crush washer for the sump plug, tools, of course. I actually have this, I'm not sure how to call it, I will call it a key. So this will actually help me tighten this perfectly, and also using a torque wrench to torque it to spec. So I got this from the Honda oil change when I did it, so I kept it because it's really useful. We're gonna need some tools, some sockets, and another thing that I have here, it's an OBD2 Bluetooth scanner. I will post some links in the description, and also a cable. Why? Because in order for you to reset the service light or reset the service interval on your bike, you will have to bring it to Triumph. So in order to bypass that, we have here the diagnostic tools that we need, and also we will need TuneECU app, which by the way runs only on Android phones. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's make a short recap of what we want to do. I do have a belly pan, so I need to take this one off because I don't want any oil on it. And afterwards we're gonna start the bike because as you can see it's cold. I'm gonna leave it at idle for 5 minutes just for the oil to warm up in order for it to drain a little bit better. Then I'm gonna shut it off, leave it a little bit, and then drain the oil through the oil sump plug. And also afterwards I will take out the oil filter. After we're finished with all of that, I'm gonna move at the end to the air filter because we have to remove these side panels, the fuel tank cover, fuel tank, and we're gonna get to the air box where the air filter is. So yeah, let's start with this belly pan and take it out. By the way, the bike is filthy because I rode it here yesterday and I got caught in some rain, and also because this is an English bike, so it likes the rain. Okay, belly pan off. Look at that grime. We have the belly pan off. We will start the engine, leave it for 5 minutes to idle, wait a little bit, turn it off, and then we can drain the oil. So let's do that. See you in a bit. So now we aired out the barn. We're gonna go ahead and break this oil sump bolt. And for that, we will actually need something to drain the oil into. So I have this oil pan, let's say, that I'm gonna put here, something like a catch pan, and I'm gonna undo the bolt slowly. Actually, it's really dirty here, so let me grab a rag and clean that a little bit. Clean that area. Be careful because this is hot, so you don't want hot oil to break on your hands. Okay, so now slowly let's undo this. Come closer. I'm gonna keep the bolt here a little bit because it's gonna block all the oil coming out. Yeah, this is a messy job. One thing to remember is that this crush washer sometimes is gonna stick to the actual oil sump, so be sure to take this out and replace it with a new one. Yeah, so we're gonna wait some time for the oil to drain properly, and then we're gonna move to the oil filter. So we actually have here the oil filter, and as you can see, the actual exhaust is underneath it and also the O2 sensor. So I have some tin foil and I want to put it around. In order for the oil not to get into the O2 sensor or onto the headers, because it's gonna stink. But beware when doing this because it's gonna be hot. So the headers will be hot, so don't fry your hands. So now let's take out the oil filter. We need this key and also a 17. So I'm gonna do it like this. First things first, let me put this on. I'm gonna knock it in place. Should be good. Hold the bike. This shouldn't take too much pressure. Let me bring this one closer. Just gently opening it. By the way, this is tied to 10 Newton meters, the oil filter. Okay, I think it broke loose. Yes. Now I'm gonna hold it with my hand and oil starts to drip out. It's going where it should. So the tin foil actually does pretty well. Untie this. Okay. And oil filter is out. This is not that hot right now. I'm gonna leave it here for it to drain, and then we will replace it. Hopefully this tin foil did its job and I didn't get oil on the bike or on the O2 sensor. Hopefully. This is Mihai from the future. I totally forgot to check my microphone's battery and it died on me. But basically in this part I'm just talking about the crush washer, that it has a flat side and a curved side, and you always want the flat side to sit against the oil sump. Before installing it, make sure you clean out the surface, then install the bolt together with the crush washer and torque it to 25 Newton meters. Moving on to the oil filter, mine already came pre-lubed on the rubber gasket, but if yours didn't, just add some fresh oil onto the gasket and you're good to go. I also like to pre-oil my filter, just add a tiny bit into the oil filter, swirl it around and then just mount it on the bike. Now we're actually gonna torque the oil filter. This is set to 10 Newton meters. So yeah, let's torque it. Yeah, it's there. And now gently let's tap this adapter. Okay, so we have the oil filter installed and torqued. We have the sump plug also installed and torqued. Now we have to move on to adding oil to the engine. So let's go do that. Open this. Okay, and I'm actually gonna measure it with, you can get any measuring cup. I will use this, and we will put in around 3 liters. So you might actually need some kind of a device, of a funnel to put the oil in. But yeah, you can do it even with some tin foil and shape it into a cone and do it like that. I like to use this one. Okay, I think this should do it. It's an improvisation. Come on this side, you can see. So I use some, since I have this big funnel and I don't have another one, I use just some basic tape to put it, let's say, almost safely in a position. So then I can drip through here, so the oil gets in the engine. So now let's measure it. So I will pour in increments of 500 milliliters, and I will do this 6 times for the 3 liters. We have 3 liters of oil in the bike. Let's put back the cap, and we're gonna start the engine, let it run for 2 or 3 minutes maybe, then turn it off, leave it a little bit and measure the oil level. Beware of the noise. Okay, we turned off the bike and you saw some magic smoke. That's because we got some oil onto the exhaust and it's burning off now. So we're gonna let it sit for a little bit, air out the barn, and afterwards we're gonna come back and remove this side. Actually, we still have smoke here. Okay, we're gonna remove the side covers and the fuel tank cover in order to get to the air filter. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, now it's out. So, then we will need this. What do we need here? So we need to remove these ones, these two. Yeah, and also the signal light wires. Where's that thing? Okay. Okay, good. Let's take this this one out also. Perfect. And unscrew these two bolts. Perfect. And the fuel tank cover is off. Before going any further with the air filter, I want to check the oil level. So in order to check the oil level for this bike, you have to, of course, take this one out, clean it, make sure that the bike is upright, so not on the side stand. And I'm gonna put this one actually back, screw it in, and then take it out. And let's see. Nothing. Let's do this again. Maybe we need more oil in it. The manual says that when you're doing a filter change, oil filter change, you need approximately 3 liters of oil to put in. But yeah, we have to check this. Yeah, it's dry, so we need to put more in. Let's check again the oil level with the dipstick. As you can see, there are 2 notches here. This is the lower one, this is the upper one, and you want your oil level to be somewhere in between. As you can see here, it's almost at the middle. I'm just gonna fill with, I don't know, maybe 100 milliliters more, and I think we're gonna be good. I'm also gonna check this after the first ride again and top it off if needed. But I guess in terms of oil, we can close this chapter for the bike. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna stop and switch to the air filter. We need to reach there, so it's pretty hard to reach it, but I'm not sure if you can see. Come over here. Do you see this this connector? We actually have here 2 electrical connectors. One is for the fuel level sender and the other one is for the fuel pump. Okay, first one out, second plug. Okay, second plug out. We actually have the connector for the fuel, which is this one, and these other 2 hoses. So I'm gonna take these ones out if I can. Just have to break their seal. Come on. That one is harder. This one I think it's, yeah, it's coming out. I think this is one is for the air vent, in order not to build up pressure inside the fuel tank, and the other one is for the overflow. So if you overfill your gas tank, it will drip out from the bottom. Okay, this one is out, and this one is the actual dripper. So put your rag close, you don't want fuel all over the place. I was foreshadowing big time, and boom, all over the lens. This happened because I forgot one step in the Triumph manual that says when you try to disconnect the fuel rail, you have to disconnect the fuel pump plug and then crank the bike in order to release that fuel pressure. And I didn't, I forgot. Okay, so we have all the screws out, and let's check this out actually. Okay, we have to be careful because we have some connections here, and we also have this screw that, let me check it. Ooh, nice. Okay. This is the air filter, so we're gonna put the new one in. It's pretty dusty, but yeah, I see some oil residue, but very small. This is normal, but yeah, other than that, pretty clean. Let's get the new air filter in and do some housekeeping. Is it aligned on that side? Yes. Okay. So pretty much that is it. Let's guide this wire properly. Let's see how it was, something like this. Okay. This is in its place. Let me check. Okay. Let me check on this side. If the air filter is aligned. Okay. Wiggle it in place. And boom. We have the air filter installed. Now we have to do all these steps in reverse. Okay, good. All the way. Ooh, that's the sound. So this is the TuneECU app, and now I registered my bike, license updated. Let's see if it, yeah, it's connected, if it shows the green one. So let's see here, ECU, error codes, erase error codes erased. I had some errors because I pressure washed the bike, so yeah, the O2 sensor and some other sensor was a miss, but look, no error codes, so that's good. To adjustment, reset service interval, run. So we're gonna run that. Let's see, date, next service. Can I ensure the time and date is correct before resetting the service interval? Yes. I cannot change anything. Huh, weird. Oh, I have to click set. Oh, I can actually set it to, yeah, I will set it to 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers and hit validate. So set date for the next interval, 1st of May. By the way, today is Labor Day and we are working on the bike, so yeah. Validate. Next service is at 18,668 kilometers, so exactly 6,000 kilometers from now, 2027, 1st of May. Yes. Reset service interval done. Okay. So basically we are done also with resetting the service interval. So let's unplug the OBD2 connector and switch off and on the bike. Off and on, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so let's turn on the bike. And as you can see, we don't have anything in the dash anymore regarding the service interval. So yeah, perfect. Awesome. Now let's put it back together. This one goes here. Let's see, this has to slide something. By the way, it's my first time using TuneECU app. I use this OBD2 V linker. I will add it in the description below, everything I used, including the oil filter, air filter, and some other tools. And yeah, it went pretty smooth. You have to pay $25 for a license. Actually, you have 5 licenses and you can register 5 bikes, so that's nice. So yeah, it was pretty easy to use. Of course, with TuneECU you can do a lot more, but I only needed it at this time for resetting the service interval. So yeah. Okay, let me clean up a little bit here. Then I'm gonna take down the bike and yeah, turn it on and check it out. I checked again the oil level and it's perfect. It's dead smack in the middle. I'm also really happy about the fact that I managed to try out the TuneECU app for the first time in this video. Not the first time in this video, but the first time ever. I never used an OBD2 diagnostics port on a motorcycle before. I used it previously on cars, but on motorcycle is the first time. So it went really smooth. I don't have any affiliation with TuneECU or any other brands that you saw in the video, but I'm gonna link everything in the description below just in case you want to, I don't know, check them out. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye.